Hello. Hi, before I begin, I'd just like you all to please give a huge applause for your phenomenal MC today, Rob Gilmore. What a champion. What a rad dude. And secondly, I'd like to apologize because with the new format, and I'm apologizing on behalf of Rob and all of these people, with the new format, with the no roving mics, I'm sorry, question guy, that you couldn't have your questions between all the talks. Was anyone here last year? What a legend. I like him. So George, apologize. That is poor form. Blame Rob. Anyway, okay, so my talk today, which color schemes quite nicely with the net profit, I think it's called Speed Kills or Does It? Now, a little bit of history. That's me about a year ago. I did a talk for one of Fred Rhodes. Big up, dog. That's about as G as I'm going to get today, so don't worry. I did a talk for Fred Rhodes, one of his heavy chef talks, and it was called Speed Kills, and it was all around why the rapid adoption of technology is killing incremental progress. And I was all about, speed is crap, slow down. But 3 weeks ago at a conference in New York, two things happened to me that I wanted to tell you about. So... So glad you got that. So, So thing number one is all around opportunity. So this is my friend Neil. I was in New York with two of my mates. Neil was one of them. He's a presentation strategist. This we will call Taylor Swift because she was fine. Taylor Swift was a speaker at this conference in New York. So at the after party, Neil thought, opportunity. I will walk up to the speaker as a presentation strategist and give her some advice and tips as an intro for her presentation, and then we can move on to the next level, right? Smart. Opportunity. Taylor Swift, I ever thought, opportunity. Free advice. And they did. So they spoke, and it was beautiful. And they were speaking for about 20 minutes, and Neil thought he was totally in there. And then she dropped 3 words, which to him hurt like a big rock on the head, and they were, okay, see ya. Now, as funny as it is to me, and as devastating as it was to Neil, it was quite telling. So, the second thing I'd like to talk about is all about DIY. So, this is Jane. Oh, thank God. Jane. Now, I'm not going to tell you her surname because it's Polish and it's long, but I know it starts with a D. Jane is the founder and creator of Sugru. If anyone knows about Sugru, if you go to sugru.com, Sugru is putty, all right, but Sugru puts the fun in functional. So it's basically like Play-Doh, and you play with the stuff and you mold it and you fix it to what it needs to be, and you fix stuff, right? Their tagline is the future needs fixing. Jane was tired of this throwaway society a couple of years ago. All right, and she decided to do something about it, to fix things because we were just wasting. And one of the greatest things she said was, you don't need to be an expert, learn it. Jane was not a chemical biologist or engineer or anything like that created this stuff. Jane was a product designer, right, who saw a need to fix something. So what she did was, she went to chemical engineers and said, teach me this shit. And so I can fix things, because she had an idea. Which is amazing, because you wanted everyone to get back into this DIY, this do-it-yourself mentality. So, if you take thing number 1, opportunity, and thing number 2, which is DIY, you get a lot of people doing the shit that you can do. Okay? Because there's a lot of stuff out there that we can learn, and with this mentality for people to do it themselves, it's a scary, scary place to be. So I'd like to ask a question. Raise your hands if you think you are not smart. Okay, I've got a few in here. Okay, wow, awesome. Probably the guys who thought this was the IMAX. I'm in 3D. So, all right, so I'm of the understanding that the majority of this room think that they're smart, okay? I co-run a business that sells essentially smart thinking. Now, if you guys are in this room and you have the opportunity because you think you're smart and the DIY mentality so you can do it yourself, which means essentially you could do what I do, right? Shitting myself. Because everyone wants to do it. Everyone thinks they can do it because they can learn it, all right? So if you take opportunity in DIY and put it into some of the businesses in this room today, you get 129,000 results of how to develop an app on YouTube, okay? 204 million results on how to build a WordPress blog. Like, I'd love to know what the 204 millionth article is. It's probably like how to shave a midget pygmy. But anyway, 204 apparently million results of how to do what you do. Okay? That's pretty scary stuff. And then you've got guys like Nathan Jeffrey, who I didn't know was speaking today, but I'm so glad that he did it. I'm so glad he won, because he is awesome. These guys, what Nathan failed to tell you during his talk was that they do this for kids for free. Okay, they are teaching these kids, they're getting stuff in and teaching kids to do what you do for free. Okay, so these kids are going to grow up and they're going to be doing what you do. And what do they have to fight against? Right? What is the competition up against them? These guys that have these USPs that are differentiating themselves from each other? Well, not much. Sorry, before I go to that, my bad. On Nathan's site, they say, which I think is amazing, our country is faced with a skills shortage, especially skills in science and tech. By stimulating young minds and taking the fear of numbers and electricity away, we're fostering the next generation of entrepreneurs that will choose to be technology producers instead of consumers. Basically doing what you do, taking your jobs. And these guys have nothing to worry about. Because I did a little test. I went to some of your websites, some of these large agencies, right? And the differentiators that they posted up were things like create purpose-driven work. I bloody well hope so. Yeah? Marrying objectives with insights to make little, app babies or something. I don't know. Customer first, always. Isn't that special? And creating meaningful work. You're getting paid. You will create meaningful work, you ass. This is what they're up against. These are the USPs. Now, if you don't know, a unique selling point, a differentiator that is making you apparently different to everybody else. This isn't different. This is a ticket to the game. Okay? So, if we're all running this race, and we all have the same access and the same opportunity to content, to facilities, to technology, all right? And we're all starting at the front. The thing that is going to differentiate us is the guys who can stand up. I think, this is 3 weeks old, I don't know, but I think the USP is the guys who can stand up and say, we will do it faster than everybody else. And I think in this case, speed is a necessity. Necessity. So, what I'm telling you, Net Profit 2013, is forget unique, because it's crap. Just win, and do it quickly. Thank you very much.